So an excellent looking matchup here between Danylo Lozan of Ukraine and Eric Basran of Canada. Lozan, the most recent European under-23 amateur champion, as he's bounced between the amateurs and the pros. Eric Basran, a four-time Canadian national amateur champion, 8-0 in the pros. And Barry, as we saw in the opening round against Isaiah Johnson, with a style and an amount of movement that could make for a nightmare of a night for anyone in this bracket.
Yeah, and he'll need that against Lozan as well, with that movement. Just a little safety first approach that he has, Basran. It works for him, but sometimes you've got to be a little bit busier when you get the opportunity to let your hands go. And for against someone like Lozan, who's technically very good, that movement might cause him a few problems, though.
Yeah, styles make fights. I think that was a tough fight for Basran against Johnson. Close fight, but he won it. But yeah, it was his movement.
Nice quick combination there from Basran. And that matchup against Isaiah Johnson, Barack, was kind of an example of two guys that had similar ideas and might have made for maybe an uglier fight than Basran would normally be in. And we're seeing here tonight, Lozan applying pressure, and it's naturally picking up the tempo for Basran.
Right, that's why I say styles make fights. Now, you're going to see either Basran continue to look good like he's doing right now, a couple of shots moving to his right, or that pressure might get to him like in the last fight we just watched.
He showed a brilliant engine, Lozan, in the last fight, in the first phase. He's a good fighter, so he's not going to be afraid to let his hands go when he has the opportunity. But he's technically very good, so he won't throw wildly either. A good start here from Basran.
Yeah, 3 good right hands landed there from Basran. But you're right, Barry, that win from Lozan in the opening round against Cameron Eshmatov, that's about as tough of a draw as you were going to get in this particular bracket, and he came out of it as the 13th seed, no less.
Yeah, there were stages in that fight. It looked like he was going to be up against a fight. It was just a bit too good for him, but kept his shape all the time, technically pretty good, and also just the engine that he had.
Let him up. Box.
Can't sit in the ropes here, Basran. That changes the direction. That's what's going to work for him. That's good. If he wins the fight, that's going to be it. Not being able to be walked down, but sometimes when they square up on the ropes and they stay there for a second, I always find that a bit dangerous.
Here's the 32nd horn. We're not far from the Basran corner as well, who's giving him kind of time updates as the round is going on as well.
No, stop boxing. Stop boxing.
About 10 seconds of the opening round. An excellent start here for Eric Basran. Can he continue to fend off this pressure from Danylo Lozan for a full 6 rounds? It's round 2 underway. Good start for Eric Basran. You could hear instructions in the Basran corner as well, kind of echoing what you were talking about, Barry, identifying, you know, that one moment where Basran maybe hung on the ropes a little bit too long. Other than that, nearly a flawless round.
He boxed really well. He got his distance right, kept changed direction, moving, you know, flicking the jab out, and then taking a little step back to get that right hand into play.
Oh, gosh, good lead uppercut by Basran. I like when he leads with his straight right as well.
But that little lean to the side that Lozan did, it didn't work for him. That little lean to the right to throw that right hand from a different angle. I think he should stick with that. If he can slide that front foot over that right foot over the outside of Basran's left, and then let that left hand go with that angle as well, it's going to be almost impossible to defend against.
Yeah, and I think what Lozan is doing, he's moving to be in front of Basran, but he's not cutting the ring off where he's stepping forward as well.
Yeah.
He's just moving to his right or moving to his left, staying in front of him at all times, but not cutting him off, getting closer. And that's why he's missing like that.
When you close the distance, especially a move, but you're going to feint and commit, or double jab your way in, you might miss with one or even 2 of those shots, but what it does, it allows your front foot to get close to land with a more significant punch, and also or just be a presence, put pressure on your opponent.
A couple left hands snuck in here from Lozan here in this round.
He tried the double jab last round, Lozan, and then he started feigning. He started fading and just coming in with his hands up high. And I think he had a little bit more success with the feints.
Yeah. Because the way he's moved, because he's always on his toes, on the balls of his feet here. Basran.
Oh, what a left hand from Danylo Lozan, and Basran is in a heap.
He was momentarily out there. Wow.
6, 7.
Basran's corner telling him to take his time. I think you're right, Barack.
Oh,
I think he was out and came back to life
out.
here.
Yes.
Big opportunity for Danylo Lozan.
Smart holding right now.
A pretty miraculous recovery here for Basran, but this has changed the dynamic of the fight entirely.
He's just got to rush his work now, Lozan. Not get too close to smother his work. He's still got to punch with a bit of range. Shot again.
Oh, shot behind the head there from Lozan, and that I thought might buy Eric Basran a couple of moments. Might need them right now. He got caught with another left hand. He's still firing back, but another big left hand rains in from Lozan.
Just missed the target, like right under his chin. And I think the feints are the difference, you know. You want to see what your opponent is about to do.
A little wobble from Basran as he heads back to... It's round 3 underway. Danylo Lozan putting Eric Basran on the canvas and nearly got him out of there in the second round. As we see the scorecards on the screen. 19-18 across the board. Of course, Lozan scoring that knockdown. Head on all 3 cards, excuse me, as he flurries to the body there. Nice reply there from Basran.
The only thing you want to know about Basran's confidence now, because getting hurt like that will make you just put an extra thought in your brain, which slows your feet down, slows your reactions down, because you're thinking too much sometimes. And if that happens, then Lozan can be able to walk right through him here, potentially. But if he still has that belief, you know, if he still keep his concentration back down, keep that movement, which is very difficult to do anyway without being knocked down, then, you know, then he can maybe pick up a few more rounds, and then, as is always going to be the case, those last few rounds are going to be hard because of all the movement that he's done.
Excellent pressure being applied there from Lozan. You see the head movement, different looks he's giving Basran on the way in.
But just look how he's able to get those feet closer now without having to do anything too much.
Oh, and a little shot on the inside. I think that's produced a cut.
4, 5,
And it'll be scored a knockdown. Basran on unsteady legs right now.
Good to see that again.
A little bit of a strange moment there. It looked like kind of an innocuous shot in the midst of a break, but obviously it has hurt Basran and busted him open.
Well, Basran's saying a head clash, and there's a mark on the forehead of Lozan as well. I wonder whether they did clash of heads there. But a shot hit him on the way down, didn't it? So I think that's why the referee called the count.
Well, luckily, we do have instant replay, of course, here in the WBC Grand Prix. Nice left hand there from Lozan.
Losing his shape here, isn't he, Basran? His feet are slowed down.
I mean, the way Basran stopped the action, you know, and then fell down, it kind of leads me to believe that maybe it really was a headbutt.
Right, well, and you can see
the fighters
welt.
like to sell that.
Look at the welt on the forehead of Lozan as well. You know, I think we're justified in being a little bit confused as to how that happened.
Right.
And again, we do have instant replay that will help us and the official.
And it's good because the referee
That's a bad cut.
The referee sees it from one angle.
Yes. Oh,
Hard shot there from Lozan, and down goes Basran for a 3rd time.
no headbutt there.
5, 6, 7,
He's really hurt.
8.
Basran
That's by far.
unsteady, and that is it. Danylo Lozan, absolute destruction here in the 2nd round.